really, in the end, you get out of nothing. But the mind of logic, you know, they just look at point blank, well, this is transient, and if I end, you know, there's going to be nothing left, and that's fine, you know. And you don't know the truth of that consciousness is consciousness until you've done this spiritual path and you've gone beyond. You've gone beyond and saw absolutely that this life is eternal.
And the external, you know, that's an expression of that eternal truth, no matter how it expresses. Just like in the, what is the Gita, or the Ashtavakra Gita?
Ashtavakra Gita.
With the sage that was born crippled.
Oh yeah, bent in 8 places is what it means. Yeah.
Bent in 8 places.
He was very deformed, but his consciousness was not deformed. He went on to become a sage, a realized being.
And people spat on him and made fun of him, cursed him. But the consciousness within was completely pure. It didn't matter how he looked externally. So one can't judge by the externals. It's just, you know, that's something for them to look at. But if they don't want to, then certainly there's going to be a lot of suffering in the situation. It's a choice, you know. Let go and accept, or really work against it and, oh, poor me, and all this horrid stuff, and, you know, I'm going to stop playing the game. Stop playing the game, but that doesn't mean you need to kill yourself. If you stop playing the game, great.
Get serious.
Yeah.
Look and find out what's deeper. People want to say it's a game, you know, they hear. For us, it's a game. I mean, you know, there's no longer suffering. But for those that are in it, you can't just logically or just say, well, it's a game, therefore I'm not going to play. I'm going to take my toys and go home. I'm tired of this one. No, for people that are in that, for them it's a reality. It's not a game, because they're caught up in it. You know, and they think that they're just going to, oh, I just can shut everything down, but you can't. And that karma will pull you back into life again, into that same, and then you're in the same soup.
You have to replay
You will replay those experiences until you finally stop running from them and look deeper. And look deeper.
You'll attract to you what you're running from. It'll come again. That's how opposites attract. You attract to you what you have an aversion to, if you're pushing it away, until you look at it. And that's just even physics. That's how things work, you know. That's just how it works. So you can't get out of it.
Right. One could be in denial of karma. It's not going to stop it from taking place.
Right. Doesn't mean it's not there.
Doesn't mean it's not there. You know, one can say, oh, I'm looking with the mind of logic, and it's just cut point blank, but it's not, because there is emotions that are coming up that are driving one, you know, to do that, out of suffering, and think that they will get out of the suffering by doing that. The only way one gets out of suffering is to go deep within and finally go beyond that me persona to find out what is that divine essence. What is that pure essence that's beyond birth and death?
And to go within, you don't wait until the situation is just right for you. It's now. It's found, you know, when you start wherever you're at, which means whatever the situation is. You don't wait until, oh, this marriage is so bad, I'll wait till that breaks up, or I'll wait till my child is more handsome or has a better job, or, you know, until I feel the body feels a little stronger. No, because it'll never get just right, ever.
So one can take one of two avenues when suffering comes. Either they can use it as a doorway to look deeper within, to find out really what's in place and what's not, or they'll use it as another avenue to run away. But eventually one has to stop running, no matter how many lifetimes it takes. Eventually one has to stop running and face the world as it is. Yes, this world is transient, and this too will pass. Whatever's happening, this too will pass. But you can't bail from it. You can't just say, I'm not going to play this game anymore. Because even if you take your life, the game will go on. You don't lose that consciousness. He may not know it now, but if he took his life, you would know it on the other side. Okay, life is eternal. You don't get out of it. You just find that on the other side, you've lost your opportunity this time around. Okay, you've lost your opportunity. And you'll have to come back in, and it will pick up where you left off. Maybe in a different guise, a different setting, but trust, the same issues are going to come up in another manner, another way. Until one stops running and begins to look deeper to find out the truth of what's there versus the mind's ideas about it. Yeah. These things are, like I said, they're the left-handed blessings. They're not pleasant when it comes up. But it's a call to shake you up to, hopefully, look within and look deeper. To find out what is there versus our ideas about what we think is there or not there. None of us knows if God exists or not when we start the path. Maybe we come in, we hope that there's God or whatever. We may have a belief system that there's God and that we're external to that, and we pray and please this, please that, you know. But as one goes deeper and we encounter our suffering, and many of us that go on to be gurus have had a lot of suffering in our life, and we have to stop running from it, and we have to look at it point blank and be willing to go beyond that, to find out what is prior to that, what is prior to the birth experience, what is prior to that me identification. So yeah, it can be an opportunity, it can be an open door, or it can be used as another excuse to keep running. But it's not going to get better by you're not going to get in a new, better situation by ending the life and think, oh well, maybe next time, if it exists, maybe it will be better next time around, or, you know. You solve nothing by that. Solve nothing. Get out of nothing.
So it is not up to us to stop playing, what's been done is done for a purpose, and just accept it and go through with it.
Yeah. We can make the best of it. We can use it as a stepping off point to go deeper, to look deeper, to find out what's there. Or we can use it as a poor me saga and feel real sorry for ourselves and real sorry for whatever it is that's going on. We could get irate, we could rail against it. You know, a lot of emotional things will come up. But it can be an open door for something more than what you could never even imagine. But you have to be willing to continue. Or you could be willing to say, I'm not going to play that game of, you know, being caught up anymore. Let's go deeper and look and find out what's there. Rather than say, I'm not going to play the game, I'm going to go bail.